Let's analyze a small segment of the debate between Ben Shapiro and Sam Harris. The topic for this portion of their debate is, where does our morality come from? Or more precisely, where does Western morality come from? Namely, the recognition, reverence, and belief in human rights. Ben Shapiro views Western morality as the consequence of a judeo-christian value system. He essentially argues as follows. Premise 1. If a society is to attain a sophisticated level of morality, e.g. human rights, it can only achieve it through a judeo-christian value system. Premise 2. Western societies have attained a sophisticated level of morality, e.g. human rights. Conclusion. Therefore, it only achieved it through a judeo-christian value system. The soundness of his argument largely depends on the causal link that he believes exists between a society's moral sophistication and judeo-christian value system. The evidence he presents for the soundness of their causal link is as follows. Firstly, Western societies have indeed attained a sophisticated level of morality like none other, and a judeo-christian value system was undeniably present in their procession. Secondly, sophisticated levels of morality have not appeared in societies that do not have an embedded judeo-christian value system. This argument has certainly gained in popularity in recent years. It is a strong argument for Christians, since it gives their religious principles value beyond appeal to authority. Instead, the argument appeals to reason, history, and pragmatism. Sam Harris launches a simple but strong attack against the supposed causal link between Judeo-Christianity and Western society's sophisticated level of morality. He argues that Ben is committing a genetic fallacy. Essentially, the genetic fallacy arises from Ben's assumption that the origin of Western society's morality, Judeo-Christian values, is the sole reason for its sophisticated moral development. Ben seems to reach this conclusion without considering other factors that could contribute to the development of sophisticated moral systems such as philosophical reasoning, economic conditions, political structures, or cultural exchanges. The argument dismisses the potential for other value systems or influences to achieve similar levels of moral sophistication based solely on their origin, rather than evaluating the actual content or complex mechanisms of moral development within those societies. In essence, the genetic fallacy occurs here by attributing the cause of moral sophistication exclusively to its historical or cultural origin, Judeo-Christian values, while ignoring other possible contributing factors or evidence that different paths might also lead to similar outcomes. This immediately places premise 1 into doubt, and therefore it also places the rest of Ben's argument into doubt. There are two other arguments that can be levied against the first premise. Firstly, we can argue that Shapiro's analysis of what constitutes a sophisticated moral system is ethnocentric. It isn't self-evident that the Western moral system is sophisticated. One can turn to Nietzsche's critique, for instance. Secondly, it can be argued that a counterexample can appear at some point in time. Although sophisticated moral systems have not appeared in non-Western societies, they may appear at a later time. If you've discovered other counterarguments, please leave them in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.